Welcome to the Discindeals coverage of the DGA Star City Classic, sponsored by Disc Gauntlet. My name is James Fleege, one of the tournament directors and course designer here, joined by my friend and the tournament director, Mr. Tony Odem. You just saw on screen. There I am in the coolest truck of all time. We're here today at Beal Slough Disc Golf Course for round one of this PDGA A-Tier and DGPT Q Series event, hosted by the Lincoln Flying Disc Club in Lincoln, Nebraska. Thanks for hanging out, Tony.
Thanks for having me, James. Excited to see this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day on the course to start off round one of Star City. Gonna roll through some of our sponsors here. Shout out to everybody who contributed to the event. Very much appreciate it.
Some great support from local community, especially MERS Inc. here supporting Beal Slough Disc Golf Course.
Yes, thank you again to MERS. And thank you to Discindeals for coming out and filming our chase card throughout the weekend. You can find the lead card coverage of this event by Ace Run Pros you just saw on the screen. Thank you to them. Our card today, we're going to have Noah Meintsma, first time at Star City from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he'll be joined by Adrian Chevalier from Urbana, Illinois. Adrian's been to Star City three, 4 times, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's his third time.
Glad to see him coming back. And Nathan Broekemeier from Norfolk joining us just a little bit down the road. And, of course, the Lincolnite, Mr. Jordan Spilker.
Got some locals, some big throwers, and some good touring guys who've been coming here for a while. And, of course, Noah, the Nomad, really traveling all over the place nowadays. So happy to have him here.
For sure. That's going to bring us to hole 1. 400-foot par 3 as we fly the fairway. OB on the left side, OB on the right side. And as we get into these trees here, you're just going to want the disc fading left, avoiding some of these. Get a nice skip coming into the basket area. Try not to push long or right. Going to see guys looking to pick up a birdie to start their round.
Little foreshadowing here. This is the 5th easiest hole, but barely under par. This is a tough course. We'll see how these guys attack it today.
It's looking a little inside from Noah. Yeah, actually got through. Skip long. Probably just outside of the circle there.
Tough place to putt from there. Adrian really taking that flex line. Doesn't quite come back hard enough, but he's still got something to work with there.
And most of the locals know that exact spot where he's putting from. Kind of the miss if it just pushes straight. Nathan's swinging it a little wider. He'll be just outside of the circle there, maybe 40 feet or so.
Jordan with more of that low line drive. Good finish. Oh, the
there
local guy showing what's up.
That's how you want to start your tournament there.
Absolutely. Oh, just short by Nathan. Clean line, clean look for it, but couldn't quite connect.
Adrian pushed a little further into that than I thought. That's just, even getting a disc through to the basket from there can be quite the challenge.
Gets it up there. Yeah, at that point, you're just trying to play for par, and that's still a challenge. Noah's got a cleaner look than I thought.
He does.
Just wide.
Adrian connects on that putt for his par. See these other guys tap in. And Spilker grabbing a lone birdie on one.
Yep, just clean up duty at this point for these guys. How nice must it be to start your round off, last putt, everybody's gotten their par putts in, and you're still waiting to putt for birdie.
For sure. And that's going to bring us into hole 2. Hole 2, the hardest hole on the course, 1,071-foot par 5. Coming out of that gap, you're looking at about 375 to get up to this blue tee here. When it opens up briefly, got a pinch point that you got to get past. Going for the birdie play, you're going to see guys trying to get a lot of distance on that second shot. Do have the OB left, deep rough right, trees to contend with as you approach the green, and of course the low ceiling around the basket. Lots of obstructions in C1 and C2 as well. You can see why it played as the hardest hole in the tournament.
Yeah, the first challenge here is just to get out of this tunnel. That looks like a nice clean shot. Put him up there. Be short of the blue pad, but really good open spot, I believe. Noah, a little straighter.
Probably not in a position to push past that pinch point on the second shot there, but we'll see. I like the forehand play. If you can get it to stand up and get a little fade back at the end.
Yeah, I think I learned this weekend that a nice flex forehand can do wonders on this course, and Adrian's trying to work that.
That's a good shot from Nathan, being in a good position to try to cover some distance on the second one.
And that's a guy that can throw far, so we'll see what he does on the second shot.
Jordan's swinging it a little wide, but I do like the par play coming from the left side of that fairway there, and it opens up the next shot a bit more angle-wise. And he is going for it.
Looks like it's got some good turn on it. Oh, faded out. He really pushed up the fairway, though, so he's got a good progress.
Yeah, big distance from back there.
Adrian with another forehand.
Yeah, he'll like that.
Definitely got a birdie look from there.
I think Adrian's sitting maybe 400 or so from the basket.
Oh, that's a little sawed off. I think he'll still be in the open. We'll see, but that thick side, that rough on the right side really comes into play, and it's very thick over there. I haven't played with Jordan in a while. I forgot how smooth he is.
Yeah, very, very smooth thrower. He's going to have kind of a low ceiling on his next shot there. Really want to try to push to the right side of the fairway as you get up close to those trees.
Slow enough to hold on. Oh, just leaks left OB. With the roller shot. Oh, stood up a little bit too much, too early.
We'll have some trees to work with on that putt, but I like the roller play there. I don't see a lot of guys doing it.
No, I like the play. I think, especially from the white pad, that's a really good opportunity to get the eagle. But yeah, birdie's still in play. Let's see if he can make that. I know it hits that early tree.
Should have a look. A little bit of an obstruction on the putt, but nice little hyzer flip shot from Noah there.
Now we're definitely going to have to see some crafty putts out here to score today.
You know, as I was mentioning, this tree here being on the left side, dealing with that low ceiling for the straight shot of the basket, it almost forces you to go wide like Brookemeier did there, and that's just it's a tough angle to hit.
There's really not much room to swing it like you need it to. And that's unfortunate from Jordan.
Yeah, it was looking good. Little air bounce.
He's got that left for a par, though. It's not a bad score. Nathan pitches up. A little low ceiling here for Noah, but it's open. Oh, Just off the front of the cage there. Our lone birdie look.
Yeah.
Plenty of gaps between those trees, but it's hard to get it to line up with the basket when you're down there.
And connecting on the par.
Still taking over a stroke on the field there. It's not a bad score.
Spilker with the bogey. Meintsma with the bogey. Broekemeier with the double. And Adrian grabbing the par is going to bring us into hole 3. Hole 3 is 380 feet. Let's see guys who have the distance going up and above that red cedar that we just passed there. Fading back into the green. Playing up to the wall, leaving yourself a putt. Popular play here, smart play. Otherwise you can just push it way out left, leave yourself a run, but very tricky green to get him to stick up there, and it hits the basket in any way, you're going to often see him stand up and roll on you.
Adrian trying to take all the trees out of play here. He pulled that a little wide. Couldn't swing all the way back, but should be able to get up and down from there. Jordan taking a little bit more of that traditional play, trying to go up the pipe a little bit.
Yeah, fought through. Probably looking at about edge of C1 there.
Probably a bit more at the line you want to look at. Oh, yep. Catches a late tree, but he's inside a C1 up there.
Yeah, very nice from Nathan. Jeez, probably 20 feet or so. Wish I could throw that shot, Tony.
Yeah, it must be nice to just not even worry about the trees.
Finding himself in some trouble. That's going to curl up in front of the wall.
It's not a bad spot from where he was, though. Still a good chance to save it.
Yeah, Spilker didn't like it out of the hand.
Disappointed in the effort there. Not the easiest green, though. Oh. There we got a birdie here. One of the easiest holes on the course. Still showing its teeth there. You got some low ceiling putts. If you come up short, you get too close to that wall, it's hard to get your swing out, and then it's elevated. Quite a big mound there, so some pars, a birdie, a bogey. It's about the spread you expect, I suppose.
Generally speaking, that is about it. And that's going to move us into the woods on hole 4.
Another supporter, Idio, was wearing those all weekend.
Yeah, you got those shoes. 545 foot, par 4. Moving right to left off the tee before it drops down. Slough running entirely on the left side. Trees to navigate on your second shot to this terraced green. Behind the basket, it drops down a bit quickly. It's very fast green as you approach it. You're going to see a lot of guys just trying to smash into that wall there, leaving themselves a putt somewhere in C1. If you're at the bottom, it's maybe just a hair outside of C1. And we see the play from Nathan that I love. Flex forehand. That is a great tee shot on 4.
Wow. Did I mention how great it is to have a flex forehand shot on this course?
Yeah, that'll help.
Oh, that's really wide from Jordan. Really short.
Looks up.
Quite the layup play there.
Going to be difficult to grab distance on his second shot.
He's just trying to play for par here.
Not a bad strategy on 4.
Oh, Noah burns that over. Didn't quite get that over from Adrian. OB right comes into play. I think he's safe there.
Yeah, he should be safe. Actually, not a bad spot on that right side.
Oh, this is a really interesting spot to be. Noah with the roller play.
Doesn't quite get it to turn over. Like that idea, though. Definitely had enough power to get up to that wall.
Yeah, I mean, he had options. He could have gone over the top there. Jordan hitting another tree there at the bottom. I'll have to do some work to get up to the green, but it's still, par's still in play.
See if he takes this line to the right side here. Yeah, you can flex something through there. Doesn't quite get the flex on it, but
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling to get over on that a little bit. He's up there. I mean, that should be a really easy par from there, though.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, that looks really straight out of Jordan's hand.
I think that went in.
Not hole 13's basket next to the fairway.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
wow.
Branch really checks up the speed. He's going to like that. Should be sitting up top, maybe 18 or so from the pin.
He had a clean swing, too. I thought he was up against a tree there on the drive, so really good spot. Noah's still running it.
It settles. That's a nice soft bid from down there. Good speed control coming into the green from Noah.
Oh, wow. That was a great effort. Those trees hanging over, you're putting uphill, low ceiling. He wasn't far off there. Oh, wow. That was a clean birdie bid from Adrian. Couldn't quite connect there, but essentially a tap in par.
Spilker connects for the bogey. And grabbing the birdie on 4. You got to like that.
I love that no thought putt from Nathan.
Yeah, quick to fire.
Noah not looking too comfortable with this putt, but he connected.
Adrian takes his par.
Another good scoring spread there. Birdie, par, a couple bogeys.
And looking at hole 5. Hole 4 and 5, pretty challenging pair of holes back to back. 558 feet through this gap as it drops down. Going to want to be pushing straight and to the right. If you can get anywhere in here, you're looking good for your second. But we have the slew wrapping in front of the basket and OB running along that right side and just right in front of that rough that you can see there. Really got to be in position to be going for that green on your second. Can get into trouble rather quickly on hole 5.
Yeah, usually the upshot's going to be the hardest part here, but this tee shot isn't easy either.
Swinging it a little left, but probably looking at the par play from there.
And it gets down to the flat spot at least, but that looks more like a nice sweeping forehand hyzer. Let's see if he gets through.
Yeah. Adrian might be getting close to that spot where you start to, might have to make a decision on what you're doing there.
Definitely. Oh, overcooked by Jordan. Oh, I love this shot. Push forward. Yeah, great job by Noah.
That's nice.
You get that extra little forward push with the backhand that you don't get with the forehand there.
Yeah, I do like the backhand more off the tee. It's maybe a bit more of a technical shot, but tends to push up the fairway a little bit more. And really from the gold tee, it's more about getting more up the fairway than pushing right. You don't really want to push right until later in the flight there.
Absolutely.
And Adrian going to be taking the par play or leaving himself for a long C2 look for birdie. Probably just outside C2, actually.
It's not a bad play at all here.
No.
It's really hard. It's a touchy upshot with the way the slew comes in front of the basket and then OB long. So,
and just fast green, too.
Oh, just trickles into the slew there for Noah.
Yeah, that was going OB long if it didn't catch that tree, though. Wow, great shot from Spilker. Hard to get it to check up just in the right spot like that. Perfect execution.
Yeah, nice slow overstable disc there. Local kid knows how to play the hole. Wow. Oh. By local league rules, that's in.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got to play by official PDGA rules here, Nathan. Get up by Adrian, secure the par. Yeah, that's really knowing when to take your medicine there by Adrian. Ooh.
Pushes that a little long.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to run that or...
The comebacker straight at the slew there. And Noah a little short again there. And taking the par. Spilker grabbing his par as well.
Looks like we might have missed a putt from Nathan, and he's not looking at a good score here.
Yeah, the unfortunate triple on 5.
I wonder if he went OB on that upshot.
And that brings us into hole 6. Shorter but technical hole, 253 feet. Going to have the slew running along the left side here. Going to have to pick your gap off the tee. Disc moving back to the right towards the end of the flight, getting over that wall, making sure it settles in nicely. OB surrounding the green, really on all sides there.
Definitely got over on it that time. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, OB, that was a great shot shape, just a little more right than he wanted it, obviously.
Not a great shot shape, but stay safe.
Taking taking a straight route, testing those trees. Yeah, have a look. Probably 27 or so from there.
They set it for us.
Yeah, great shot from Nathan.
Oh, wow. I thought it was closer to the wall than that.
It can be tough in that spot right there. You got some foliage directly in front of you. Trees protecting the basket, but it settles in.
I think he was still in bounds there, too. I didn't see an OB marker, but the OB from hole 5 comes into play right there.
Spilker swinging that kind of wide. Have to work for the par here.
Little 35-footer here. Let's see if Noah can get the putter going here. Yes.
And there he is. Cashing the birdie on 6.
Yeah, not a long hole, but certainly not a gimme birdie. There we see 2 of them there. Jordan to clean up. There it is.
Yeah, hole 6, definitely a hole that you're going to be wanting to birdie, but lots of OB around. Trouble can stack up quickly on that one.
Another look here at Noah's putt. Just outside the circle. Drives it right in there.
Noah happy to get going with that one.
Absolutely. Short hole, but you definitely want it. Nice birdies there by Noah and Nathan.
And to look at hole 7, going straight down this tunnel here, 275 feet. Don't want to hit left, don't want to hit right. Don't want to hit anything in this gap and drop OB that we're flying over now and have it check up softly at the end of this flight. Nestling onto the green, once again, OB left of the basket.
Looks very straightforward. Another sub 300 hole, but Noah taking the trees out of play here. Trying to? Oh.
A little short of the basket. That's going to leave him in a very difficult spot for his next shot as well. I like that from Nathan, as long as he doesn't get the skip.
Oh, off the basket, it looked like.
Little cage touch. Unfortunately ran long. That is the play, or that is the mistake, rather, going with the faster disc off the tee.
I feel like we are seeing some cheaters here. 2 guys going over the top. Adrian stays safe, but he's in a precarious spot there.
That's great from Jordan.
Yeah.
Great speed control. Checks up right next to the basket.
Yeah, that one tree right in the middle really makes you think about what you want to do there. And Nathan went low. Jordan went high.
Well, looks like Noah did get through a bit there.
Yeah, I think they said he was OB, but he must have touched on the other side.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be on the backside.
Oh, Adrian was, deep in that rough on the right side. Here's Nathan trying to save his par. And he does it.
Yeah, you can see that wind picking up on the backside once you come out of the woods. Nathan putting it in with authority there.
Yeah, we're certainly getting to the more open part of the course here.
A little left side, but connects. And a great drive. Birdie from Spilker.
Once again, these guys are showing some good scoring separation across the card. Another look at Jordan's drive here.
Going with the slower disc, taking that late skip out of play. Gonna see it hit and stick. It's perfect distance, perfect angle.
For all those people who hate that middle tree, Jordan just showed you how to play it.
And it's not coming down either. As we move into hole 8, 373 feet, par 3. Everything that you see in the fairway here is a hazard area. The hazard runs around the interior of that wall, connecting with the OB left and deep at the basket. Got to land up top on this one. If the wind is blowing, it can be tricky to get there. Yeah, Spilker just having a tough time getting his forehand going today. So
Yeah,
kind of burning over a handful.
Rose high here. Yep.
See, that looks a little wide. Just shy and be in the hazard, but yeah, he's maybe looking at just a hair over 20 feet. So
Yeah, not a bad look for the save, but couldn't get it to swing back.
and
Adrian wants that to get down.
Quite the uphill putt from that angle.
It looks so straightforward, but this is a challenging shot.
Very
Noah
nice
plays
from Noah. Even still, from where Noah's sitting, looking at maybe just a hair over 20 at the elevated pin, going down. If you sail it, going back into the hazard, still a nervy putt, even with a good tee shot.
Almost rather be in Adrian's position than that nervy putt. Couldn't quite connect.
So he's going to have a similar look to Noah coming back at the basket.
That flag's blowing, but really, this isn't a windy day out here at Beal Slough Disc Golf Course.
It's not.
Sorry, Nathan, there's no half strokes on the scorecard.
There we go. Good connection. Unfortunately for the bogey, but happy to make that putt, I'm sure.
Noah just not quite getting that putter going today, unfortunately. We said, though, that is a nervy putt. Saves par, though, compared to the other guys going to the hazard.
Spilker grabbing the bogey. And that's going to bring us into hole 9. Which is going to be 431 feet. Flying the fairway here, we have a Mando tree on the right-hand side. Got to stay left of that. And we're playing to the A-pin position today on this terraced green. Difficult to get them up top. If discs fade out for a right-handed player, they tend to run a little bit down that hill, leaving you with a uphill putt coming back at the basket. And we see some beautiful flowers here. Shout out Liam Dempsey for helping out with those. The florist.
And the Dogmaster General.
And the Dogmaster.
That looked like the right shape. You wanted it to fade out a little bit, but there is that Mando still, so got to go left of that tree on the right. Noah with the roller play. Let's see if it holds. Oh, I like this. A little short.
If that would have held just a bit longer. It's great play on 9.
C2 look, and where he finished, he's about even with the basket.
Yeah, a little low from Jordan, but I think he's probably looking at about 120 from there. That can be a tricky approach to that basket, though. The way it sits up on the platform like that, it's a little difficult to judge the depth perception there, and the wind is kind of swirling a little bit. You can definitely see shots get away from you on the 9 green. That's looking nice.
Yeah, that's a really good shot by Adrian. I think he's in C1 there.
Yeah,
off the wall a little bit. See him there. See some good touch from Jordan here.
Yeah, that'll be just fine.
Yeah. Oh, Nathan got to get down. Oh, saved by the terrace wall.
Wow.
It's like really came out on Heiser there. Oh.
A nice looking spinner.
Noah is
from
hitting metal right and left. It's not quite connecting. Yeah, this hole and 8 are probably the windiest putts on the course, though.
For sure.
You really want to make sure you land close there.
And just that wind blowing, basket being perched up, anything where you're kind of exposing the underside of the disc, putting uphill, can be a tricky one to manage for sure. As we see these guys tap in. And that's going to do it for our front 9 of the coverage here today. Thank you for joining us for the Disc and Deals coverage of the DGA Star City Classic, sponsored by Disc Gauntlet, as we take a little look at the leaderboard here, seeing where folks are sitting at this point in the day. And we'd like to invite you to join us for the back 9 on this same channel here. Thank you, Tony, for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having me again, James.